And welcome back in, everybody. Day 2 of the Palmetto Games is here. It's early in the morning. Sterling Coaxum leads off against Dalton Corley from River Bluff High School. Coaxum with the biggest hit of yesterday, the big home run over the left field ball. Hits one hard to lead off game 1 of day 2, but it will be a line out to left field. And that's going to bring up Hudson Clark, left-handed batter, squaring off against the River Bluff right-handed pitcher. This one's taken low and away for a ball. And this good fastball right there from Corley, coming in at 89 miles an hour. And once again, a swing and a miss. So Corley finds himself in a 1-2 count. This is Trey Dyson. And I'm alongside Coach Banks Faulkner.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Trey, how we doing? Quick turnaround from last night?
Yep, quick turnaround from last night. Still trying to figure out everything on YouTube as far as the audio and everything is concerned. So we're doing the best we can over here, and we hope to get better as the day moves along.
Good to see Dalton Corley sitting 88, 89. Little velo bump for him. Still uncommitted.
This one's taken down, so Clark find himself on the first base runner of day 2. And that's going to bring up Banks Wickersham from Fort Dorchester High School, the College of Charleston commit. Wickersham, talented right-handed batter, had a tough go of it yesterday, but he wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I think I look for today, Trey, to be a little bit more offensive than yesterday. Just a little bit of a gut feeling. We'll see if that proves to be true or not.
That's a good little off-speed pitch from Corley there.
Yeah, that's a slider that Slurve, he got it in the hitting zone just long enough and it disappeared. I look for him to go right back to that.
He goes with the fastball there. Wickersham spoils it. So day 2, 18th Palmetto Games here at Riley Park in Sumter, South Carolina. Thanks for joining us. And he goes with the off-speed pitch there, gets Wickersham off balance. And easy out there to the second baseman. That was Bo Height of Emerald High School making the play out there at second.
Yeah, Bo's a rising sophomore. Bright future's Uncle Mac Heights, the head coach at Emerald.
This one is sprayed down the right field line. It's going to go foul. And that's Hudson Spravero from Hanahan High School at the plate.
His coach, Skylar Hunter, over there in the third base box.
Clark takes his lead at first. Here comes the slider. Fouled back from Spravera. Got one in the zone to hit right there, but just missed it. And we've seen kind of that a lot in the first 2 days. The hitters kind of just missing good pitches to hit. Good-looking pitch right there from Corley. Taken for a ball.
Must have been down.
Yeah, it's also interesting to see different approaches here with these. There's 6 different teams here. some of the guys are running. There goes Clark. I was just about to say, certain teams are really aggressive on the bases. Other teams are not. There, Clark gets moving and gets in the scoring position here with 2 outs. And this one is barreled, but straight up into the air, into right field. So Dalton Corley is going to get out of the top of the first with only 1 base runner. So nice job by him. And we are through 1/2 of an inning. We are scoreless. We will be back shortly. And Banks Wickersham takes the mound for Team Orange here. 90 miles an hour from the righty from Fort Dorchester against Raleigh Salters from Dutch Fork High School. Salters a good day yesterday offensively.
Yeah, Wickersham's going to be, 89, 91. The thing that I think makes him unique, like a lot of guys that were former catchers or still catch, in his case, the arm action's going to be sort of short. It's going to hide it in the back, so it probably is going to jump on these hitters maybe a little bit quicker than they're anticipating.
Well, that time he got a breaking pitch up in the zone. Salters laid on it and fouled it back. A good, well-located fastball there. Salters does a nice job fouling it off. Here comes the 0-2. Gets it up in the zone. So good start for Wickersham here. Little cut action up in the zone, and Salters can't get a piece of it. That's going to bring up Banks Alexander, a 2028 catcher out of River Bluff High School. Had a very nice day, both offensively and defensively yesterday. And there's that little, what would you call that, Coach?
Trying to just throw a little get-me-over breaking ball. A little soft. I think it's okay. as an 0-0 pitch.
And there's a fastball. Another pop-up on the infield. Second baseman comes charging in. And that is Sam Middleton from Hilton Head Prep making the play at second base. So Wickersham, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring up Braden Hallman from Batesburg, Leesville, 2026 shortstop. Wickersham working quickly, gets another swing and miss. 91 on a fastball, right there to hit. He's kind of working up in the zone and missing some barrels.
Yeah, the at-bat to Alexander, he started him with a breaking ball, didn't get the call, but it caused Alexander 1-0 fastball, a little tardy, and got a very soft out. How was your drive-in this morning, Coach?
Drive-in was good.
Early morning.
Early morning. Baseball's probably not meant to be played at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I would agree with that.
But that being said, it is the Palmetto game, so a lot of energy flowing out here today. And, you can get up and play. Anytime there's scouts and a college dreams are on the line, hopefully these kids have no problem waking up early. Plus, they've been doing it for a long time with all the travel baseball they play. Wickersham, nice job on the mound for a quick 1-2-3 inning, striking out Hallman. And just like that, we are quickly through 1 inning here. Day 2 of the Palmetto games. We will be back shortly. And welcome back in, everyone. Dalton Corley from River Bluff about to begin his second inning of work, squaring off against Jose Dubrant from P27 Academy. First pitch, taken down for a ball. Dubrant, a 2027, good-looking athlete. There's an off-speed pitch and a 1-0 count. Dubrant looking for a fastball there and swinging through the slider. And just like yesterday, folks, as the 0-1 is just misses, we had a lot of guests yesterday. We are going to hopefully bring you a lot more guests today. We are now going to be joined here by the head coach of Berkeley High School, Landy Cox. Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing good, doing good.
You enjoying the Palmetto game so far?
Absolutely. It's some outstanding players playing in this thing.
Yeah, you've been getting a lot of shout-outs on the broadcast here yesterday, so very well respected in the community. I know you've had a lot of success at Berkeley, and you've got some players here. You may maybe talk about last season and how everything went.
Yeah, we started off really slow. I think made 4 errors in the first inning before we even got an out. We was facing the Wells kid at Dorman, and that wasn't even fair. He pounded the strike zone, and I think it was 11-0 at one time.
And Dubront smashes one into left field, so that'll be the first hit of the game. Good piece of hitting right there from Dubront. And Connor Dantzler from James Island is going to come up. We are joined by Landy Cox of Berkeley High School. Go ahead, Coach.
And all of a sudden, towards the end of the season, we were 500 and just had a little team meeting. And next thing you know, we win 13 straight. I think it was 13 straight games and won the state championship, beat a very good Catawba Ridge team, beat some good. Just got hot, and the kids got believing in themselves. And, when you get kids believing, you never know what can happen.
Well, it sounds like you need to go have a meeting with the Atlanta Braves right now, Coach.
I think I went and watched them play last week. I think the Braves, they're in trouble right now. They're just waiting for next year.
I think they won a couple of games yesterday. I think that's one of the first win streaks they've had all season long. But, I thought they were going to have a great year this year, and it just has not been the case. Lots of injuries.
I did get the chance to go in the stadium for the first time. I loved the stadium, so I thought that was great.
There goes Dubront, takes off Alexander. Really no chance right there with that pitch out of the zone from Dalton Corley.
Yeah, he stole that pitch off the pitcher and created a little bit of momentum. That's one thing you're starting to see a little bit more in baseball now, some momentum steals at first, a little shuffle. And as a pitcher, you've got to force that base runner to stop his feet. When those feet are moving, it becomes a track meet.
And Dantzler hits a soft liner out there to center field. Salters makes the play, and there is one out here for Sam Middleton. Coach, what would you say kind of is, if you had to pinpoint it, some of a big reason for your so much success in your coaching career?
Well, we preach, we're very. My expectations are probably at another level. I feel like it's a little bit different. We don't. You see us at games, and we're riding kids pretty hard. It's not like that on just game day. It's in the weight room. It's at practice. We play our kids know it. It's 5 years old. This in Monk's Corner that every play we play in it like it's a state championship. And our expectations are just, I feel like, at another level. And we don't run around saying our goal next year is to win a state championship. Our kids are fighting to do the best on the next pitch, the next at bat, and that's the way we play. I don't have a bunch of guys that know everything about baseball. They're a bunch of hard-nosed guys that play the game the right way.
As Corley does a nice job right there, really quick strikeout of Middleton. Corley had a good Palmetto Games last year, and he is doing pretty well here. 2 outs against Brody Tuthill from Ashley Ridge High School.
Yeah, I think this outing's going to be a really big boost to Corley as far as recruiting. Velo's been a little bit down this summer, but today, I mean, he's been 88, 89. So always been a guy that throws a lot of strikes, fills the zone up.
As this ball skied into left field, and Corley, another great showing here at the 2025 Palmetto Games. We are joined by Coach Landy Cox from Berkeley High School. We're through 1.5. We're scoreless. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back in, everybody. We are at the bottom half of the second inning. Aiden Color from Team Orange in the Southwest, Oceanside Collegiate, a 2027 left-handed pitcher, is in the box against Luciano Cesario, left-handed hitter from Dutch Fork. We are with Landy Cox from Berkeley High School. Coach, you want to discuss some of your players here at this year's Palmetto Games?
Yeah, we got Hudson Clark, middle infielder. He was hitting the 2-hole today. Had a great at-bat against Corley. Got down 1-2 in the count and ended up walking. But he's another guy, just a grinder, hard-nosed kid. You asked me a little bit about our success this year. Well, you got a guy like him that had 0 home runs the whole season and hits 3 home runs in the playoffs against, big-time pitching. And so he's a left-hand hitter, good player, uncommitted. And next one will be Henry Rivers, our quarterback on the football team.
And tell me a little bit about Rivers.
Rivers is an outstanding athlete. He is a guy that has to do this every day. I hope he throws strikes here today. He got a live arm. Probably in 25 years of me coaching, I've never seen a player improve from the beginning to the end of the year like he did. He's been with football now, so I'm curious to see how he does today. But he's going to be outstanding for somebody who gets him.
Coach, I know you've had a lot of really good players come through Berkeley during your time there. I think Hudson Clark, to me, has to be at the top of that list. And just watching him, I've been able to watch him over the years sort of grow from a young guy to now he's a rising senior. And I think he's got to make you feel good because, he to me sort of epitomizes the way you want your guys to play. I mean, he gets on yesterday, he grinds an at-bat out, he gets on first and immediately steals second. Just plays the game the right way, and I think that's one reason why your teams are always in the thick of it and always relevant in the state.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy right now that he's, you got a lot of players here that's trying to light a gun up. You got a lot of players here that's trying to run a great 60. I'm sure he's trying to do those things, but he's a guy, he's here to try to win this baseball game right now, and that's all he knows. And he was in the 8th grade, and I went and watched the JV game, and he had 4 hits, so I brought him up to the varsity when we won the state championship in 22, and we had a big double by J.P. Faulkner, and right before that at bat, J.P. was the leadoff hitter. I think Hudson hit in the 9-hole, gets a base hit to left field, and gives J.P. a chance to hit a double to win it. So
Fletcher lines this one into left, and a little bit of trouble out there in left field. I think that's Wickersham out there in left field, having a little trouble playing that ball. So good at bat there from Fletcher. Left on left matchup there. A few good swings, and that's probably going to be scored as an error, but that was a good line drive. Go ahead, Coach.
But no, he's just, that's what we stand for is Hudson. I've seen a great at bat in the first inning walk. He'll bunt for a hit. Like you said, he hit the 3 home runs in the playoffs. He's just willing to do whatever it takes to. If you tell him right now, if the coach right now tells him to go in and try to wear one, he'll wear one to try to win the game. And that's kind of hopefully the way we do things at Berkeley. Good ball player.
There's nothing better than getting those kind of guys that are truly for the team.
Right.
We used to talk about that at North Greenville a lot, just hashtag for the team. Like you're either for the team or you're for yourself. And the more guys you can get like that, you really have no chance but to be successable.
That's right. And it helps when your better players come to practice and they're willing to grind it out and they're kind of your toughest guys on the field. That's always a positive.
This is Bo Height from Emerald High School, stepping in against Aiden Color, the lefty. He's in a 2-0 count. Color in trouble here early as this one gets away, and they're going to be runners at second and third. So Height's going to have a chance here early to drive in some runs for Team Red. So 2 out of the past 4 years, state champions.
Yeah, that's didn't see, in 22 we had a lot of talent. We had a kid sign with South Carolina, had a kid sign with Clemson, and a little bit different this year. At one point, we ended up having 2 kids go walk on somewhere, but we had 0 kids signed to play in college, and we wasn't ranked in the stop. I think they picked us to finish 4th or 5th in the region, and we went to Columbia to play in the preseason tournament at Lexington and River Bluff, and we were a bad baseball team. But I think people that saw us at the end saw that we gotten a lot better.
And who led you on the mound last year?
We had a senior, he ended up not going anywhere. He was 81 miles an hour. His name was Gavin Gaskin. He went 91. Went 9-1 on the season, but didn't throw hard, but could throw any pitch at any location, and we did a pretty good job fielding it behind him.
So, and he was throwing 81 miles an hour.
He was 81 miles an hour. We had one kid, and he didn't, the Rivers kid, and he come in and closed a little bit, but other than that, we had kids, 81 to 83 miles an hour, and was successful with that.
Coach, I think you'd agree with this.
As Dominic Norton goes down swings, the color records his first out via the strikeout. Bases loaded here. Coleman Fryer for Dutch Fork enters into the box, a chance to do some damage here.
Yeah, but what I was saying was, I think guys live and die with this radar gun, and you say it was 80-81, which is what the radar gun's going to indicate. But if my memory serves me correctly,
as this ball sprayed out to right field, and that's going to bring home 2 runs for Team Red. Nice job of hitting right there from the Dutch Fork third baseman, Coleman Fryer. Good piece of hitting there, going the other way, driving in 2 runs.
Yeah, if my memory serves me correct, though, Coach, he had a really, really good changeup. And so now with that pitch, which I think is the best pitch in baseball, now that fastball is going to be able to play up a little bit. And now, to me, when you have a changeup, it becomes extremely difficult as a hitter, because now that's a pitch you can't recognize. And so many guys, I think, in high school and even moving forward, they spend all this time on the breaking ball, which has its place, but that change up to me is the great equalizer when it comes to neutralizing a good offense.
I've been doing it a long time, and the kid had probably one of the better change-ups that I've ever coached. He threw it, 2-0 pitch, we could throw the change-up in, and you throw 80 miles an hour and throw a change-up just, 8 to 12 miles an hour slower. That's tough, especially when you throw it at any count. The whole thing of hitting is timing, and if you keep guys off balance, I don't care if you're 90 miles an hour, if you're 78 miles an hour, you're going to have success if people play defense. Now, we did know you got to play defense behind them, because people's going to put the ball in play, and you got to field it and throw it across the field.
This is Walker Godwin from River Bluff High School in there, chance to drive in a run. Color started off a little erratic. Looks like he's been finding the strike zone here lately.
Coach,
maybe catching a rhythm a little bit.
Tell the people that may have not had a chance to see a game at Jim Bradley Field in Moncks Corner. Tell them what that's like, because it's certainly different. I think one of the best environments in the state for high school baseball.
I tell people all the time is one of the things is not, people think, maybe we don't have the best players all the time, but I'll tell you this, you got to beat the program, and one of them is Jim Bradley Field. It's going to be packed. You're going to have a crowd in right field that's sitting on a big area out and right, and you're going to have the place packed out. And I tell you, when Catawba Ridge came in there, I'm not sure if they've seen the pressure of playing in a place like that. It's loud. What's crazy about it is everybody's in tuned on every single pitch.
That one's in the dirt. A good pickup from the catcher. Good throw down to second base as well. Walker Godwin, or that's Fryer over there at first base with a good dirt ball read. I thought that throw was a good one, but it gets away from the second baseman, and a run is able to come home. So it's 3-0 here for Team Red.
But it's a tough environment to play in, and to me, I'm a little biased, but I think it's one of the toughest places in the state. You go to a lot of places, and they just, it's just a baseball game. You come to Jim Bradley, and you can feel the intensity in the air.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing you got, Coach, that's unique. I think you've got obviously a 5A program, so you have a big school, but you've still got a very small town feel. So I think you get that that feel of a small town atmosphere where everybody is connected to the school, and I think it's pretty special what you got going on over there.
Well, it's one middle school. We're one middle school town, and a lot of people, a lot of schools have parents or grandparents show up at games. We got people who know nobody on the field. They're just Berkeley people. Half of my players' granddaddies played baseball at Berkeley High School, so that's a little bit different. I mean, it gives you the feel, of just something different.
Yeah, it sounds like, from the sounds of it, as Landon Jeffcoat, Airport High School, smokes that one foul. We need to get some documentaries going. And with Coach Alderson yesterday from North Myrtle Beach, he had a good story, as well as Coach Cox's. This one is hit very well into left field. Wickersham gets a good jump on it, gets turned around. A little bit of redemption there for Wickersham as he makes the play to retire Landon Jeffcoat. So, but not before Team Red scores 4 runs here in the bottom of the second. They lead this one 4-0. We're going to stay right here with Coach Landy Cox. And, I was talking about with, like, all these great high school coaches across South Carolina. It sounds like we need to do, like, a documentary or something.
That'd be awesome. Coach Alderson actually played college baseball with me at Gardner-Webb, so knowing him. And I tell you, baseball, I'm looking around right now, I just walked in. It's just a big community that everybody knows each one. I'm looking at third base. Rob Baltnight coached for me, and he won a state championship this year at BL. He had a great year, and but it's just baseball is just a big area that everybody knows each other, and it's neat to walk in a place like this here and see so many faces. I walked in to see Tommy Williams, who just plays for the national championship, and sitting in the bleachers here. It's just an outstanding event.
What's it mean to you, Coach, to have a guy from your, I guess you could say, from your coaching tree that sort of learned under you? And I'm sure he would say you had a big influence on him as a young head coach. What's that mean to you to see a guy like that have success?
I'll tell you what it means to me. It means that I would walk in. Dylan Salisbury coaches with me, and every time I come off to third base during the state championship, when I come off, I'd ask him. They were playing the same time we did. I say, Coach, what's the score? He had it in our dugout at Catawba Ridge on the phone. So each inning he'd give us a score update. So that was very big. He's been doing it for a while, and he's worked his butt off. Outstanding coach. He's another guy that a lot of people don't know, and just as good a coach as you'll find in high school baseball. And they bunt, they play defense, and he's a disciplined type guy. So I'm very proud of him.
And we're about to begin the top of the third here. Cash Epps takes over for Team Red, a righty from Airport High School and a newly crowned state champion.
Yeah, Cash was a big part of it, him and his older brother Hunter. And Cash is another one that's not going to light the radar gun up tremendously, although that pitch was 84. But he's going to mix slots. He's a little funky, and he's a guy that's a tough matchup for right-handed hitters.
And this is Finn Pratt from James Island.
One thing that people might not know about Coach Cox is not only is he extremely difficult to coach against in high school baseball, but he coaches in the summer. He's sort of come up coaching his son. And tell us a little bit about that, Coach. Going out there, you leave high school baseball, you win a state championship, and one of the most respected coaches in the state, and then you touch the field and you're coaching 10, 11-year-olds. What's that like?
I got a great story with that. We won the state championship. I remember laying down. By the time we got back from Catawba Ridge, it was 2:30 in the morning.
This ball's hit up the middle. Shortstop gobbles it up, and then nice play there to retire Charlie Johnson.
We drove back from Catawba Ridge. I remember laying there at 2:30 in the morning, and I told my wife, I said, it's going to be a rough morning. And she said, what in the world? I said, I got to be at the field. We were at Charleston Southern the next morning at 8:30 because my 14U team played. My son's on that team, and kid didn't get the bunt down in the second inning, and I'm all over him. And I walk over to the side. My coach said, "You just won the state championship last night, and the kid didn't get the bunt down on Saturday morning, and you're fussing at him." So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've had an opportunity to coach the same guys since they were 7 years old. We were in Charlotte playing a couple weeks ago, and a lady on another team, I'm on a kid pretty good, and one of my players, and she said, "I wouldn't let my kid play for this guy." I said, "Well, please go." I said, "Ma'am, please go over there and tell my parents, because not a one's quit in 7 years. So if you could go tell them that."
And Cash Epps, a dominant inning here in his Palmetto Games debut as he gets Rivers to strike out. So Epps with a strikeout, the 6-3 put out, and a strikeout to Henry Rivers, and that is quick work there in the top of the third. And we are joined by Coach Cox. Coach Cox, that was a good story there, a little travel baseball story. And what did she say after that?
I walked right over to, when I told her that, she just kind of, and the man laughed it off, and they just kind of played it off a little bit. But I thought that was a great one. I said, "Please go tell them," because none of them's quit. So, but it's been fun. It's tough coaching your son. I tip my hats that all these guys just coach their sons. Mine's going to be a freshman this year, and it's not easy to do. They have a little different expectations than the rest of the world, and it's tough.
Now, what did you play as a player?
I was a middle infielder played at Stratford High School.
Okay, and how about your son? What position?
He's middle infielder
Okay.
also. He pitches a little bit.
Okay. So now, does he listen to you?
He listens, I guess. But if somebody else walks up and says something, he's going to stop listening to me and listen to see what they say. But that's tough to do, coach a kid.
And I do have to say, and Coach is probably going to not be happy with me telling this, but came in with his son today. Son's wearing a backwards hat, so maybe Coach Cox is loosening up here as he wins a couple of state championships. You loosening up, Coach, a little bit?
I guess. I let them do whatever they want to do.
That's funny you say that, because as someone who played for a young Ray Tanner back in the day, he was obviously very strict about stuff like that, and grew up, Coach Tanner, big Yankees fan, so loved the whole no facial hair policy and all that kind of stuff. But after I got done playing there, I came back and I saw kids doing stuff like that, and it was unbelievable how relaxed he got after my 4 years at South Carolina, at least. Aiden Culler begins his second inning of work, and he will be facing Graham Coleman, Lexington High School. Coach, tell us about Coleman.
Yeah, Graham had a big day yesterday. Sort of got one off the end there. Yeah, I mean, Graham is the same guy pretty much every day. He's gonna get his hits. He's gonna play great defense. He's gonna run the bases smart. I mean, he just does what I say, a lot of winning baseball things. He's a guy like Coach Cox you love, because you know when you write his name in the lineup, you're gonna get a consistent performance.
And that's going to bring up Garrett Blankenship from Gray Collegiate, the left-handed hitter. So Culler came in a little erratic to begin, but now he's starting to fill up the strike zone here, and a good little PFP play there to begin his second inning of work.
How's your team looking next year, Coach?
Well, last year I said we wasn't very good, and I actually thought this was going to be the year this year. I mean, it's we throw strikes, we'll be, I feel like, as good as we were, if not better. Then I've got guys that's coming up. I think we end up with 4 left-hand hitters in the lineup. All of them can run. All of them can bunt. I'll tell you this. We got 7 out of the 9 starters coming back from the state championship final game.
As this one's hit to the right side, and Finn Pratt picks it up and tags the base. So Culler 2 up, 2 down this inning, and his second inning of work. That's going to bring up Cooper Deal, Fort Mill High School.
But we got 7 out of the 9 starters back. We got the kid that started. Keller Wofford. He started game 2 of the state championship, so we got him back. Henry Rivers obviously is back. I got a lefty that's mid to upper 80s that tore his ACL right before the season. He's a lefty that incredible breaking ball and all, and so we, it's just whether or not we throw strikes. We can coach all we want to, but it starts and ends with that guy on that bump, and he's got to be able to throw it over the plate.
Maybe talk, Coach, for a second.
And Aiden Color, excellent second inning of work. 1-2-3 inning there for him. So good bounce back inning for Color. And we are through 3 innings here. It is 4-0. Team Red, joined by Coach Landy Cox.
Yeah, maybe talk, Coach. You won the state championship in 2022, and if I remember correctly, you had a lot of those guys coming back. I think you had some key injuries that year. But talk about what it's like, being a defending state champion, and maybe some things you learned from going through that the first time that you might be able to pass along to this year's group.
I remember after 22, in the middle of 23 season, I called Coach Hucks at Lexington, and I said, Coach Hucks, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. My entire life I've been the underdog. I feel like we've always been the underdog kind of at Berkeley, and I called Coach Hucks one day. I said, this is the hardest thing I've ever done, is coaching the year after winning the state championship. Even bad teams, you brought the best out with them, and we just have teams that would compete with us and they would be happy, and it's hard to do. It's just to me, a little different mentality. Last year, nobody expected anything from us, and we constantly said during the playoffs, we on free money. Whatever happens, if we get beat, we get beat. And I would imagine next year we'd probably ranked up pretty high and this and that. So it's tough. It's any coach that's won a state championship, they'll tell you quick this. The year after that is tough to do. You've been there before with that, Coach.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. I heard something. I heard Dabo Sweeney say this, talking football, but I heard him say this, and I always liked it. I remember after one of the years they won it, up there, he said something like, we don't want to think of ourselves as being the defending state champion. We want to be the attacking state champion. Right. And I sort of like that. I thought it was a pretty good mindset.
Right. Well, we always try to find something every year that we can go from. I think last year we got really, you're not good as the 5A, the big 5A team. Well, I don't tell nobody that. I don't think we're near James Allen High School, but hey, we'll come back next year and try to use that as, hey, we can beat anybody. So.
All right, Cash Epps about to begin his second inning of work, a dominant first inning for him. Let's see if he can continue here as he pumps in a little slider right there for a ball to Cole Harmon out of Aiken High School.
Let's talk a little bit more and let him leave after this half so he can go see his son.
So 1-1 count. Good fastball there from Epps. 83 miles an hour. Like you said, not blowing anyone away with the velocity here, but the ball is jumping out of that hand, and he does have some really good stuff. And that's a perfectly executed fastball on the outer half. And Epps is cooking here at the Palmetto Games.
That's unhittable. All you can do is maybe try to spoil that, but he's making a living out there on the open side, and not a lot of adjustments going on right now.
Getting that in hit, does he?
And this is Brady Dancer, another perfectly executed strike on the outer half there. This one taken down for a ball. Good pitch, though. Very competitive. Good little slider there. Get some contact out to the shortstop. Good pickup and throw.
Yeah,
by Walker Godwin from River Bluff High School.
I thought Walker played that ball well. He sort of looked initially like he was going to get caught in between. He attacked it, turned it into a short hop, and made a good, strong throw to first base.
That's going to bring up Orgzwala. I hope I'm pronouncing that name properly. Pitched yesterday at Awando High School, big lefty.
You got a pronunciation on him, Coach Cox? I know he's in your region.
I just say the big lefty,
Yeah.
last name O.
Yeah, that's right.
But it sounded right what you said.
I appreciate that.
He's a good pitcher.
And he's taking some good swings here. One thing I like about Epps so far, I think, if my memory serves me correct, that he's mainly faced right-handed batters. I think this might be the first lefty he's seen. A lot of times you'll see these guys not be able to command the zone the same. You know, their eyes change between righties and lefties, but he's just continuing to pound the zone.
Yeah, this I'm impressed. I've only seen Epps maybe one time, and he can pitch. I mean, that's the lost art in today's game is, look at that. I mean, just painting the outer black, and he's got to be under strong consideration as a golden arm for the Midwest team.
Yeah, we've seen some great performances. That was outstanding from Epps. 6 up, 6 down with, I believe, 4 strikeouts. So excellent job by him. Coach Cox, we really do appreciate you joining us. We wish you continued success at Berkeley High School. Any parting words?
No, I hope Henry can throw it over. He's been with football right now. His mind's turned to football, so I was shocked even he was going to play in it, so hopefully he can throw it over the plate. But I appreciate both of you for having me. Awesome game here.
Thank you, Coach. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back in, everyone. Big thanks to Coach Landy Cox, state champion head coach from Berkeley High School, joining us. And one of his players, Henry Rivers, is about to take the hill for Team Orange. Team Orange trails this one 4-0. That one pops in at 91 miles an hour right out of the gate for Rivers. There's another good fastball. This one's hit softly out to right field by Ryland Bullis from Airport High School. So 1 up, 1 down for Rivers. And that's going to bring up Denzel Posey from White Knoll High School, who was outstanding on the mound yesterday.
Yeah, Henry's, like Coach said, very good arm, really clean arm action. Very good athlete, put together physically, high school quarterback. So I'm sure throwing the football is help him keep his arm nice and in shape, strong, fresh. Good to see him getting an out to start this thing.
Posey right there. That's a clear-cut case of a hitter just looking for a fastball and almost swinging out of the hand. And when these guys are pumping it in at these velos nowadays, you see a lot of that from hitters.
People might wonder, like, well, why is velocity so valued in the game? Well, that was a perfect example because it gives you chase and it gives you're going to get more swings outside the zone than you get at maybe 81, 82.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it just makes the all-speed pitches that much better because most hitters don't know how to hit for a long time, which is what I call. They have a hard time getting to the fastball, and they're usually really early on the off-speed pitches. So the bigger the velocity, the more difficult it is to pitch. But then you look at a guy like Epps from Airport High School throwing 83, 84, and man, he looks as unhittable as a guy throwing 95 miles an hour right now. So multiple ways to do it. Posey, good job fighting that one off in a 3-2 count.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's lots of different styles that you can play. I think the best coaches in high school baseball, you can't recruit to a system like you do in college. So, guys like Coach Cox, it's what makes them so good is they adjust their style based on their talent, and same thing on the mound. I mean, there's lots of ways to, I guess, skin a cat, so to speak, and so always that's one of the things that makes this such a good game, such a fun game.
Posey right there goes down swinging. Good 3-2 breaking ball from Rivers in the zone in that 3-2 count. So 2 up, 2 down for him, and pumps this fastball in there at 90 miles an hour to Cooper Derrick, Chapin High School, who had a nice day on the mound yesterday for Team Red.
Yeah, Cooper's a two-sport guy also, football player. Might be a three-sport guy. I think he might play basketball too. Not positive about that, but so 2 dual-sport athletes squaring off here. Coach Alderson would be very happy.
Yeah, and who else were we?
Wasn't it Coach
No,
Alderson?
it wasn't Coach Alderson.
Okay.
It was Coach Jolly.
That's right.
From Dorman.
Gotcha. We've had so many guys up here, Trey. I've lost count.
I know. I hope we get more. Yeah, Coach Jolly was talking about how he enjoys his athletes playing multiple sports. It's kind of been a topic of debate here is specialization and how early should you specialize if you're a player. Here comes the 2-2, and good-looking pitch right there, but Derrick lays off of it. So another 3-2 count here for Rivers, who has set down the first 2 batters he has faced this inning. Here comes the 3-2. Good pitch right there. Man, that had some late life on it. Jumped out of the hands. 88. Looked a little bit quicker from up here, and a good 1-2-3 inning from Henry Rivers, the Berkeley right-handed pitcher and quarterback. So we are moving right along right here. Team Red leads it 4-0. We will be back shortly.
Diamond Prospects Palmetto Games here. And our concession stand is still up and running on the main concourse behind the third base dugout. Now pitching for the Midwest team,
Welcome back in, everybody. We head to the top of the fifth. Mac Berry, a 2027 left-handed pitcher, takes over for Team Red against Sterling Coaxum, P27 Clemson commit. Leadoff batter for Team Orange. Hit one hard into left field his first at-bat. Hit a home run yesterday with Wood. Puts another good swing on one right here, deep into right center field. But the spacious park here at Riley Park here in Sumter, South Carolina, no match for that one, as Salters from Dutch Fork, another nice play out there in center field. So a good start for Barry here to begin the top of the fifth. But I do like Coaxum. He's very hitterish in the box and has some good bat speed. He's using wood. He's getting to baseballs. He's not fouling them back. He's putting them in play, and he's putting them in play hard.
Yeah, you'll like this arm too, Trey. I think this kid's got a chance to be really good. Granddad is the legendary Al Berry, who was at Lancaster and Dutch Fork for many years, and I think Coach Berry was still staying involved, helping out over there at Chapin, being around his grandson. And I like Mac. I think Mac's got a big-time future.
That one coming in at 86 miles an hour. You know, one thing that can be said really about all these pitchers this week has been their mound presence, for the most part, has been really good. And just the command, as you see that breaking ball being flipped in there for a strike, the pace is good. Just certainly you got to say the pitchers are ahead of the hitters at this point in their careers.
I would agree, and that to me has been the positive. Is a lot more velocity in today's game, but for the most part, the guys this weekend have been in the zone, it just makes it a much more enjoyable product to watch than watching ball four.
Here comes Wickersham as Clark strikes out. As Mac Berry strikes out Clark on that breaking ball. Wickersham kind of up and down Palmetto Games here. He looks like a raw athlete to me, really good on the mound. He's made a good defensive play. He misplayed a ball out there. He's taken some good swings in the box, and he's kind of swung wildly at times. But the talent is certainly there. Should be a good matchup here. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. I used to tell my guys all the time, it's a dream matchup anytime you can face the opposite hand, as this ball is jammed over there to the third baseman who picks it up. Wickersham got down the line very quickly, and that's a good hard 90 right there from Wickersham, putting pressure on Coleman Fryer over there at Dutch Fork, and he beat him down the line. They're going to give him a hit on that.
Yeah, I think Coleman. And it's tough because these guys don't know each other as well. No scouting reports, but maybe a little better game clock there.
Yeah, it looked like he took his time a little bit too much over there. So Wickersham gets his first hit of these Palmetto Games, and there's while I'm on this broadcast, I don't understand how that's not a balk, a left-handed pickoff move. That and the inside move to second base, in my opinion, should be outlawed. The lefty should have to step off the rubber. If a righty has to step off the rubber, why not the lefty? This one bounces away, and Wickersham will go to second base.
Yeah, I mean, the definition of a balk is deception of the runner, and it's definitely deception. I tell you one thing that I'm surprised it's still allowed in high school baseball is the old 31 move, which is no other level, college, professionally, is it legal. And to me, that's more of a balk than an inside move or even the left-handed pick.
Well, at least with the left-handed pickoff, you are required to throw to first base. With the inside move or the 31 move, the pitcher doesn't even have to throw the ball. So I do believe these things will eventually get phased out. I've been on this for about 10 to 15 years. much like I was on going for it on 4th down about 25 years ago, and now everyone's doing it. So
You also, if I'm not mistaken, you also believe that a team should never do anything but shoot 3-pointers.
look at
this.
Wickersham coming all the way from second base on the ball in the dirt, and there you see that raw athleticism paying off. He gets jammed with a infield single, a couple dirt balls, and that time he scores all the way from second base, taking advantage of Barry's kind of lack of focus there. So good little play right there for Wickersham. Maybe a jolt of energy here for Team Orange.
Yeah, it's impressive. Sort of stole a run there just by playing the game hard.
All right, Coach, go ahead. I'm sorry. What did you say that I believe teams should never do?
Oh, they should never do anything but shoot a 3-pointer.
Well, yeah, and who was right about that? I mean, I was telling you that 10 years ago.
So you think a
No.
wide open layup should just be
No.
dished out?
I'm talking about analytics as Barry goes down Barry gets Rivero to go down, swing him right there. So pretty good inning right there from Barry. Does give up the 1 run thanks to Wickersham and his headiness on the bases. And we are through 4.5 here. Team Orange gets on the board, but they trail 4-1. We will be back shortly.
Leading off for the Midwest team, Jordan Scott, North Augusta, class of 2028.
And Nolan Nichols, 2029 lefty, one of the youngest kids here. And, man, just from watching his warm-up pitches, looks like he can really pitch. Banks, I know you know a little bit about this kid.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times. Saw him down at future games. Wow, I didn't realize that.
88.
Yeah, that's
Going into the 9th grade.
Yeah, he can pitch too, man.
That arm action looks kind of nasty, too. Got those big arms coming at you. Looks like he'd be a nightmare against left-handed batters. This is Jordan Scott from North Augusta, 2028 third baseman. So 2 youngsters going at each other right here. and having trouble finding the zone right there. So Scott with a leadoff walk here for Team Red, and that's going to bring up Raleigh Salters. He's made a couple of nice plays out there defensively in center field. Left-handed thrower, right-handed batter. Don't see that combination very often.
You don't. Yeah, Raleigh's always hit for me when I've seen him. I think he's a little bit of an under-the-radar guy. I think he's a very good linebacker in football. So be interesting to see. I think he'll have some opportunities in both sports. Be interesting to see what he does moving forward.
Salters very competitive in the box yesterday. He swung and missed several times today as Nichols gets up 0-2 against him. And 3 swings and misses right there against the veteran Salters. That's got to give Nichols a lot of confidence if he's on the mound right now to get a hitter like Salters that easily. Here comes Banks Alexander. Once again, just like Salters, very competitive day yesterday. And Alexander right there calling time to try to break up the rhythm of the young Nichols. This one right there to hit. Alexander fouls it back, 86 miles an hour from the lefty. Good sharp breaking ball and a good take from Alexander. So 1-1. This one is smoked right back through the middle. Alexander gets a fastball, and he does not miss this one. So multiple hits here in these Palmetto games for Alexander. First and second base, Team Red is back in business for Braden Hallman of Batesburg, Leesville.
Yeah, Braden's another one. Good players. Plays for Coach Faulkner, who's his coach here as well. Shortstop. I think may slide over to third base at the next level, but certainly more than capable of manning that position at the high school level.
Well, he's got a chance to do something here, driving a run. Good first pitch right there from Nichols to get ahead. Here comes the 0-1, and that's going to be a breaking ball taken for a ball. And another swing and miss. Man, he's getting a lot of swing and misses against these right-handed batters. That'll really tell you a bunch about just his overall stuff when you can get those swings and misses, especially left on right matchups. This one is connected on, and it's going to be Rivers out there in center field making the catch, but the runner will advance to third, so decent barrel right there from Hallman. Gets a runner over to third base. First and third here for Team Red as Luciano Cesario from Dutch Fork High School steps in.
First and third here, 2 outs. Lefty-lefty matchup.
You know what Alexander's thinking over there at first base. He likes to get moving. Perfectly located fastball. And as a left-handed batter, man, I'll tell you what, that is a pitch you feel like you can't even get to. 0-1 count here to Cesario. Cesario giving me Tristan Casas vibes in the box as Alexander goes first move. And he is going to get picked off. So Nichols does a nice job there controlling the run game. Great stuff from the young lefty. And he escapes this first inning of work for him unscathed. And Team Red still leads it 4-1. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back in, everyone, as we go to the top of the 6th inning here. Red leads it 4-1, and Mac Berry, the lefty from Chapin, begins his 2nd inning work against dangerous right-handed hitter Jose Dubront. P27 Academy lined a single in his first at-bat. Only 2 hits apiece here in Game 1 of the final day of the 2025 Palmetto Games. Coach Faulkner was predicting a little bit more offense today. We do have 4 runs on the board for Team Red, but not a bunch of hitting going on.
No, it's been sort of the same old story outside of maybe the game last night. Pitching has dominated.
Berry pumps this one in there. 3-0 count. Dubront taking a hack. Fouling it back. We've only seen 1 home run so far in the Palmetto Games. That belongs to Sterling Coaxum, the Clemson commit, who did it with wood. Dubront spins off of this one. High fly ball over there to first base. And the first baseman over there, is that Cesario? First baseman
Norton
picks it up, and we got 1 down here as Dubront fouls out the first base. It's going to bring up Dantzler. Left-on-left matchup here for Berry. This breaking ball pumped in there for strike 1. This one hits the dirt, 1-1. Dantzler, good-looking left-handed batter. 2026 outfielder pitcher from James Island High School. This fastball taken right back up the box, and Dantzler is going to have a 1-out single. Going to bring up Sam Middleton from Hilton Head Prep.
Sam Middleton. Hilton Head Prep. Class of 2028.
This ball is going to be hit over there to first base. Pretty weak contact, and that's Dominic Norton over there at first base from River Bluff High School. That's the second play he's made this inning. So 2 outs here for Brody Tuthill, Ashley Ridge High School, 2027 shortstop. Looks like a little changeup there. So you've seen the breaking ball. There's the changeup. And he goes with the fastball. Fouls it back. Seen a lot of the kids doing just that, fouling back pitches they probably, want back, but just not quite getting the barrel turn fast enough. Not quite getting on plane early enough. This one on the outside corner. So it's 2-2. Barry working very quickly. And that one really fooled Tuthill. From here, it looked like he offered, but he gets the benefit of the doubt there and is going to get to see another pitch here. So 3-2. I think he did hold up. Another off-speed pitch. Tuthill out in front of that one, but stays alive. We'll do it again. There goes the runner. This one flared over there to second base. And just like that, Mac Berry is through 2 innings here. Pretty good showing for him at this year's Palmetto Games. Team Red continues to lead this one 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back in, everyone. 2025 Palmetto Games as we near the end of Game 1 here on Day 2. Levi Schrock, right-handed pitcher from Lucy Beckham, takes over, facing the big Dutch fork lefty, Luciano Cesario. Was talking about Cesario's setup. Reminds me a bit of the Casas brothers. Tristan Casas playing for the Boston Red Sox. He's been injured this year, but a very talented left-handed batter for the Red Sox. His brother played for the Gamecocks. Tons of power from the Casas brothers. Srock in a 1-2 count here to Cesario and a good all-speed pitch. You can see Cesario respecting that fastball, almost gets the swing and miss on that chase pitch. But he does hold up, and the count's 2-2. And it looked like to me he almost offered at that one. That was way outside. But a changeup almost got the swing and miss there from Cesario. And another swing and miss. So Srock comes out firing, getting the tough lefty in Cesario. So good start to Srock's outing here. And coming up now for Team Red will be Felix Fletcher, who had a pretty good first at bat. Chapin High School, left-handed batter. And this one, Srock goes right after him. Fletcher got a pitch to hit right there, but behind that 88-mile-an-hour offering. And Fletcher, much like he did the first at-bat, spraying balls over there to the left side of the field, sprays this one in between the third baseman and the shortstop, and he gets a hit. So 1 on here for Team Red, who leads this one 4-1. That's going to be Bo Height from Emerald High School stepping in. This breaking ball is taken for a ball. So a lot on the line today in these Palmetto games for these kids. Most of these kids are uncommitted, and there's a bunch of college coaches in attendance. This fastball right there, 85 miles an hour, taken for a strike. And Diamond Prospects gives out awards every year at the end of the Palmetto games to the most outstanding player, the hitter, the Jeff Young Heavy Hitter Award, as well as the Golden Arm Award. So lots of stuff on the line for these youngsters today. Here comes the 1-2 from Srock, and it is smoked right back up the middle off of Srock's glove. Good adjustment right there from Bo Height. He was behind the fastball the pitch before, gets the barrel to that one, gets himself a base hit, and once again, Team Red is in business. They lead it 4-1. First and third here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up Dominic Norton, River Bluff High School. This off-speed pitch taken to the dirt. Good block back there from Dantzler. This 1-0 pitch. Up and away, fouled back. That one looked like it hung up there. but Norton a little bit ahead of it, fouled it off to the right side. So 1-2 count. Felix Fletcher at third base. Bo Height over there at first base. And Dominic Norton in the box squaring off against Levi Schrock. Runner takes off. This one's rolled over to the right side of the infield. That will get a run home. And Sam Middleton from Hilton Head Prep scoops that one up, flips it over there for the second out of the inning. But Team Red does increase their lead to 5-1. That's going to bring up Coleman Fryer from Dutch Fork High School. This fastball fouled back. 86 miles per hour from Levi Schrock. Fryer, a big 2 RBI single his first time up. This breaking ball outside the zone. Dancer does a good job getting in front of it and blocking it. A 2-strike count here from Coleman Fryer. So good take there in that 2-strike count from Fryer. Here comes the 2-2. His fastball spoiled, so Fryer doing a nice job laying off the tough pitches. And as a hitter, that's just what you got to do. You got to stay in there long enough to get a pitch you can handle, especially with runners in scoring position. He did a really good job of that his first at bat, and he's fighting in there again this time up. And Schrock gets him to chase on the up fastball. So pretty decent inning of work right there from Schrock, but Team Red behind some good hitting from Fletcher and Bo Height. They do score one more run. We are through 6 innings here. Team Red leads us 5-1. Welcome back in, everyone, as we head to the last inning here. Team Red leads it 5-1. They're out hitting Team Orange 4-3. And we got a new pitcher on the mound for Team Red. That is Braden Studebaker, Lexington High School. Coach, tell us about him.
Yeah, Braden's going to be a 4-pitch mix. He's going to come at you with a lot of fastballs out on the open side of the plate. He's going to mix a changeup. He's added a cutter recently. Highly competitive kid. Pitches off a lot of adrenaline, and he's won some big games for the Wildcats.
What's the best thing you like about this guy?
You know, I'll tell a little quick story. I've known Braden for years, and he had a rough week. Got walked off twice in the state championship series, and you know, he picked himself up off the mat, and he had a really good summer. And I think that says everything you need to know about him as a competitor and just as a young man. I think his best days are ahead of him.
Well, here comes the 3-2. This one's hit hard out to second base. Picked up nicely out there, and Finn Pratt is retired on the 4-3 putout. Good pickup over there from Graham Coleman. So Lexington connection working here in the top of the 7th. Oh, we are playing 9 innings today. I do apologize. So 7 innings yesterday. Today we will have 3 9-inning games as Studebaker throws that one in there for strike 1. And he is working quickly ahead 0-2 to Charlie Johnson.
Yeah, he works super fast. Gets it and goes. A guy that when he's good, he's attacking the strike zone. His defense he's a guy you want to play behind because he's not gonna sit there and wait. He's gonna, you know, what I call pitch offensively. He's gonna make the batter feel uncomfortable in the box because of the pace at which he pitches.
Yeah, very competitive. Just misses right there in that 0-2 count. And that one, maybe a ball or two off the plate, but those have been called all weekend long. And just perfect execution right there from Studebaker to strike out Charlie Johnson there from Oceanside Collegiate. That's going to bring up Henry Rivers. What you like that 2-strike pitch there, Coach?
I love it. I think Braden, when Braden's good, he's able to locate that ball right where he threw it. When he can't locate out there, he gets himself in a little bit of trouble. You'll see he's really good at this, you know. So he throws 2 balls. He gives himself a quick little reset. It's right back up on the mound.
Rivers gets one to hit right there and fouls it back. You know, with these pitchers, we talk about the strike zone a little bit, but their stuff is really good. And when they're getting a couple balls off the plate, it really does make it that much harder for the hitting. That's a good little all-speed pitch right there. It looked like a changeup.
Yeah, that's the key. When Braden when he's got fastball command on that open side of the plate, and he can mix the change behind it, it's pretty good. And there you see it.
Yeah, there you see the chase pitch right there. So when you're pounding the zone and you have a generous strike zone, you're going to get hitters chasing. Rivers goes down swinging there. So excellent job of pitching right there from Coach Faulkner's Braden Studebaker from Lexington High School. We are through 6.5. Team Red leads it 5-1. Welcome back in, everybody, as Alex Romanowski is on the rubber now for Team Orange. Philip Simmons High School. His first batter that he will be facing, Walker Godwin, River Bluff High School. This one is pounded over to third base. Third baseman picks it up. Nice play and gets the easy out. That was Brody Tuthill from Ashley Ridge on that play. Here comes Landon Jeffcoat. Landon Jeffcoat put a charge into one earlier. Big line drive to left field, but this park is very spacious, and the left fielder was able to track it down. But he's up there ready to hit. I like that. Ready to hit that fastball. Takes a swing, fouls it back. And after a swing like that, you know, as a hitter, most likely a breaking ball is coming. He does get one and lays off of it for a ball, 1-1 count. It gets another fastball, pumps it back through the middle. So some competitive at-bats here from Landon Jeffcoat over there at Airport High School. Gets himself a one-out single. Graham Coleman from Lexington High School steps in against Romanowski. Runner on first base, gets a fastball over the middle of the plate, swings through it. So 0-1 to Jeffcoat. I'm sorry, to Graham Coleman.
If you need to make some adjustments with this, make some adjustments. I'm not going to yell. I'm up here for...
One and one count here to Coleman. Romanowski comes set. And Jeffcoat takes off, and this one's fouled back. Those Airport kids, they play hard.
They do. Real good program. They play it the right way. I'd say some similarities in Airport's program and Berkeley's program.
So Jeffcoat takes his lead over there at first base. Here comes the pitch to Coleman. Well-located pitch right there, but taken for a ball. So 2-2 count to Coleman. And he gets him reaching for it here. Romanowski, good athletic play, fielding his position and retiring Coleman with the 1-3 put out. Jeffcoat does get into scoring position. Team Red leads at 5-1, looking to increase their lead here as Garrett Blankenship from Gray Collegiate steps in, the left-handed batter. This one's taken up out of the zone. 88 miles an hour from Romanowski. This one right in there to hit. Blankenship, you could see him, how frustrated he was after that one. He got one to hit and missed it. Just a little late. Yeah, a lot of these kids are just a little late. And the amount of quickness that you need to be a really good hitter is very, very important. There's not much room for error. We've seen a lot of foul balls, a lot of kids fouling them back, just missing the pitch. There's a good strike right there from Romanowski, so evens it up at 2-2. Ooh. This one comes up and in, 87 from Romanowski. So 3-2 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Garrett Blankenship, great collegiate. Perfectly located fastball. Blankenship did not like the call at all, but Romanowski does get the strikeout. And we are through 7 here. Team Red continues to lead it 5-1. We'll be back shortly.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we do have official Diamond Prospects Palmetto Games merchandise available for you. The upper concourse in the grandstands behind home plate. And our concession stand is still up and running, courtesy of Post 15's baseball. If you like, check out our live stream, available on the Diamond Prospects YouTube channel. And follow along with us on social media for updates throughout the events. Stay tuned to www.thediamondprospects.com as we compile all of the data from this event over the rest of the weekend for our viewers. Thank you for your support of the Diamond Prospects Palmetto Games. Taking it out for the Midwest team, Bo Height, Emerald High School, class of 2028. Banks Alexander behind the plate. Now batting for the Southwest team.
And welcome back in, everyone, as we head to the top of the 8th inning here. Day 2 of the Palmetto Games. And we have a new pitcher for Team Red. That is Bo Height from Emerald High School. And we are joined now with another special guest, head coach from Spartanburg High, Jesse Dyer. Jesse, Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Good morning.
Good morning. How's everything going for you this Palmetto Games?
It's been great. It's great players, great environment. I haven't been here in I don't know, probably 15 years recruiting. This place, Riley Park has gotten extremely nice last time I was here. Last time I was here, I thought I was going to fall through the stadium.
And this ball from Cole Harmon sprayed out to second base, but no problem there for Team Red as Bo Height retires the first batter that he faces.
Emerald's got several players here, good players.
They do. They've got Bo,
There's a kid down I just met.
and they've got Coleman Marino, who's a young catcher, I believe.
All right,
Young.
Coach, how are things going at Spartanburg?
Rebuilding. So we had a pretty tough year last year, but we got our 9th to 10th grade class are really good, and so the future's bright, and we're just it's a tough region, though. Very, very tough region. It's a murderer's row a little bit. So from Burns to Bowling Springs to Dorman, And then you add East Side and Riverside to it. It makes it it's a tough one, but it's a really good region, really competitive, and great players. And you got to bring your very best every day. And if you don't, you're gonna find out very quickly.
And Bo Height makes quick work right there of Dantzler for a strikeout.
Did he?
That's going to bring up Matthew Orzwala, the big O from Wando. So good game yesterday here. You're coaching Team White
Yep.
alongside a guy that I know very well, Jax Cash.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, and I'm not just because you're up here, but I would like to say that was to me the most enjoyable game to watch because of how aggressive you guys were on the bases. Now, how much was that? How much of that was you and Jax versus just the players playing baseball?
Well, I told them before the game, anytime that they were on, they need to run because from a recruiting standpoint, they need to be aggressive. And these college recruiters, man, they want to see if they can move. And so I gave them my 2 cents. I said, y'all can do whatever you want to do. It's your life. But if I were y'all, I would try to do as much as I can running wise, just so they can see you and how athletic you can be. And so I wouldn't say that we also got a lot of really good players on that team, so they're really good baseball players. But I think from a recruiting standpoint, like they want to see them move.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted to see for sure, and they did. Team White last night, y'all were running all over the place. One of my favorite sequences of the game yesterday was that Kylie. He was flying all over the place. Maybe not the smartest base running in the world, but he was wreaking havoc on the bases. And I think it paid off for you guys because the pitchers started feeling the pressure.
He is a Bowling Springs kid and a Palmetto blacksmith, and some school needs to get him because he's going to be a clubhouse difference maker, and he's just a winner. And he might not be the biggest guy, but he's a winner, and he plays really great baseball, and he makes everybody around him better, and he's just a competitor. And so somebody needs to take a chance on him. And I think after this weekend for sure, he had a great game yesterday too, and he rose to the occasion. I was really proud of him. He's had a great summer with him, and he's going to play this fall for me too, and I'm looking forward to him. He's just an outstanding young man.
So you coached him this summer.
Yep.
Now, he had 2 line drives yesterday. Is that kind of his game, just
Absolutely.
tons of line drives?
That bunt game, run. I mean, he's a really, really good base runner. I think when we talked about being aggressive, I think he took it to a whole nother level yesterday, probably unlike him. Usually, characteristically, he's pretty sound base runner. But he was trying to wreak havoc, and so I'm never going to get mad at him for being aggressive. For sure.
And then who was hitting right behind him yesterday? Another fast kid. I'll tell you. Let's see here. Coach didn't mean to put you on the spot right there.
Who was that?
No, I don't know, but I know he was fast. And let's see here. Where's Kylie? Israel.
From Southside Christian?
I don't know. I remember there was one sequence in the game where there were.
Right. Let me see that. I don't know.
You had some runners out there going all over the place. Nichols at the plate.
Yeah, we got Israel Reeves and then Alex Bright, both of them back to back. Israel, I don't know what he ran yesterday in the 60, but baseball speed wise, when it was running bases, man, I think that kind of shocked me yesterday. Like I thought he does a really good job. And Alex Bright, same deal.
Yeah, you mentioned Carter Nash too, one of the youngest guys here. Another young guy in the batter's box right now. Nichols, man, he was really good on the mound earlier from the left side. And these younger players, man, the game's really not too big for them.
No, I think it's from when we were growing up. I think kids are a lot better. They just have played a lot more baseball than we did when we were growing up. I mean, they're a better player, I think. I probably will. People will argue with me at times with that, but I just think they also velo's up. I mean, it's just from a training standpoint. I think that their skill set levels are. We got a 2030 here. We got Walker McCory that will be a special player here. Carter Nash. we got a bunch of young kids here this weekend that are going to be special.
Nichols, competitive at bat right there. That 3-2 count is floated into center field. And another nice play out there.
Banks, who's this kid from Berkeley that's out here?
I believe that's Raleigh Salters out there in center field, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, Coach. Can you see who that was?
Yeah, I think that was Salters that made that play. I think Coach is talking about Hudson Clark.
It was I saw
The
him
pitcher, Hudson, or
Yeah, he pitched and then he went and played outfield.
that's Henry Rivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking to Coach Cox about him. Two-sport guy. Yeah, he's going out there right now, number 11.
He's a good player.
We are joined right now by Coach Dyer from Spartanburg High School. I am Trey Dyson alongside Banks Faulkner. This is the 2025 Palmetto Games, Game 1 of the final day of these Palmetto Games. Coach, what's on your mind?
Try to finish this thing. Hopefully we don't get wet. Good environment always. Me and Jax Cash are going to try to have some fun down there with the boys and finish this thing up, and then get back home and get ready for school on Monday, get to work, and so try to get the Vikings back right. So we're on a mission there. So but life is good, man. We're blessed. The girls got to come down yesterday, so I got to hang out with them last night. We went and ate at a really good little Mexican joint, El Paso downtown. It was a good time. So where'd y'all go eat down?
Yeah, I went back home.
You went back home?
Yeah, and
Why did you go back home?
I did not. I stayed in town and joined the Newberry coaching staff. Some good friends there.
They are awesome guys.
And we ate at Buffalo Wild Wings, which wasn't my first choice, but Coach Schneider picked up the tab, so never going to complain about a free meal.
Heck no. Newberry, I'm telling you, I really think that they're going to – they have been – I have seen them all summer recruiting-wise.
Yeah, he's got a really young staff. He just added a new pitching coach. I can't recall his name right off the top of my head. He was at USC Aiken this year, but super young guy, bright guy. A lot of fresh ideas, new school type guy. But I think and Seth Lancaster's obviously a guy that people around the state know. I mean, he played at Hanahan, was on the 2016 national championship team at Coastal, played professional baseball, and then got into coaching. Was at Radford, I think, before he went to Newberry. So yeah, Jay's got a good staff. They're gonna recruit. They're gonna work, and I think Jay will settle in and do a really nice job there.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for Team Orange. That is Dawson Beldner from James Island. And the lefty made quick work of Cooper Deal here to start off his outing at the Palmetto Games. Good-looking lefty here as Rylan Bullis pops this one up to the shortstop. So 2 quick outs here for Beldner.
He's got good breaking ball. Really good breaking ball. I mean, he's pounding his own, too. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing we've talked about is it's to me been a positive this weekend. Is obviously there's lots of velo. I mean, 88 is sort of standard for right-handers. Maybe not quite as much for the lefties we've seen, but a lot of pitchability, a lot of strikes. The games have moved quickly. So it's been good baseball.
Yeah, another righty that pitched. This guy right here in the box right now, Posey, he was very impressive yesterday, running it up about 88, 89 miles an hour, commanding the zone, good presence out there.
Where's he from?
He's from White Knoll High School. So you talk about, you got a really tough region. That region out there that Banks is in is really tough as well.
Yes, I mean you got Chapin, River Bluff, Lexington, White Knoll, Dutch Fork. I mean that is that's a tough one because every week if you're not on your A game, it can get humbling. Who else is Irmo in that too?
Yes, Irmo as well.
And so it's
Woo! Dawson Beldner coming out hot in these Palmetto games, gets 2 strikeouts and a weak pop-up in the infield, and he probably certainly turned some heads in the stands right there with that outing. A good job by him. And we are through 8. We're going to head to the last inning here. Team Red leads it 5-1. We will be back shortly.
Southeast team will be stationed in the third base dugout. The Northeast team will be stationed in the first base dugout. Again, if you are a member of the Southeast or Northeast teams that are set to play following this game, please begin to make your way to your respective dugouts. The Southeast team has the third base dugouts. The Northeast team has the first base dugouts. Thank you. Taking them out for the Midwest team. From Chapin High School, class of 2026. Griff Harper. Cooper Deal behind plates. Now batting for the Southwest team. Sterling Cookson, P27 Academy, 2026 Clemson commits.
And we want to thank Coach Dyer from Spartanburg High, leading Team White here at these Palmetto games, for joining us as Coaxum. Another good swing from him, maybe a little bit off the end of the bat as he was running towards first base there. He was a little frustrated, but great swing of the bat. Very competitive in the box. He is facing a new right-handed pitcher who has just entered the game from Chapin High, Griff Harper.
Yeah, Harper's Chapin's got a lot of guys very similar to him. He's going to be mid-80s. He's going to mix 3 pitches. He's going to pound the zone.
Yeah, good little all-speed pitch there. Quickly ahead. 0-2 to Hudson Clark from Berkeley High School. I'll tell you, that Coaxum from P27, to me, even though I think he's hitless today, he looks really good in the box as Clark sprays one over there to left field for a base hit. So 1 out here in the top of the 9th for Team Orange. They trail by 4 runs. It's going to bring up Banks Wickersham, who is responsible for Team Orange's only run. He got an infield single, then worked his way around the bases, scoring from second base on a wild pitch earlier. This pitch, breaking ball right down the middle, fouls it back from Wickersham. Another breaking pitch, swing and miss. So 0-2. And fastball right there out to short, 6-4, and not quite quick enough to get the speedy Wickersham, who gets down the line quickly. But good sequence right there from Griff Harper. Throwing a lot of strikes, multiple pitches for strikes, a couple breaking balls, and then a good fastball to jam Wickersham right there.
Yeah, like I said, Chapin's got 2 or 3 more guys just very similar to this guy. So
good fastball right there to start our Sprovero. 88 on the gun.
Yeah, a little bit more velo there than we're accustomed to seeing.
Pretty quick to the plate, too, is Harper. So probably difficult to run on, but Wickersham probably looking to get active over there at first base. Sprovero struck out against Mac Berry in his last at bat. This one out of the zone, so 2-2 count. And we are flying right along here, folks. Day 2 with the Palmetto Games. Game 1 almost complete. Team Red has been in total control of this one. And that's a good located pitch right there. You know, that's where I wish that pitchers would kind of get more rewarded on the inner part of the plate. Most of the time they get rewarded on balls outside the plate. That looked like a really good pitch right there. But it was a ball. This one is into the ground. Barry shows off the, Harper shows off his athleticism right there and a good quick outing from the Chapin righty. So through 8.5, Team Red still leads it 5-1. We'll be back shortly.
Taking the mound for the Southwest team, Sam Middleton, Hilton Head Prep, class of 2028. Following the conclusion of our first game today, we will be having a post-game award ceremony. It will have roughly 20 minutes between games. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off for the Midwest team, Cooper Derrick, Chapin.
And welcome back in, everybody. We got a new pitcher on the mound. Sam Middleton, Hilton Head Prep, is going to close things out here for the first game here of day 2. Cooper Derrick in the box. He gets a swing and miss on the first offering. This one, man, well-located fastball, up and out. Called a strike. 0-2 to Derrick. And Derrick thought that might have been strike 3, but is not rung up there, so he gets another opportunity here in a 1-2 count. Middleton looking like he's throwing the ball really well here early. This one yanks out of the zone, so 2-2 count. Coach, what are your thoughts here in game 1 here of this early morning game, day 2?
It sounds like a broken record, Trey, but it's just a lot of pitching. A lot of good arms, not a lot of offense. Outside of the one big inning in the second, where I believe it was a little bit of free traffic out there. Not much going for either team. Just a lot of guys pounding the zone, mixing pitches, and keeping the hitters off balance.
This breaking ball taken up, so 3-2 count here for Derek, who's worked his way back into this count. But yeah, you're right. The pitching has been good, and the park here at Riley Park, not the easiest, or maybe not the friendliest hitters park in the world, but
Yeah,
I think if you talk to the hitters, they would tell you they might be able to do a better overall job. They might not be showcasing their skills to the best of their abilities so far.
Yeah, I think I touched on it yesterday, but I think it's
This ball's hit out to short. Picked up over there. High throw. And that's going to be an E6 to start this inning. So picked up over there by Cole Harmon from Aiken High School. And just high throw there.
yeah. I mentioned yesterday that a lot of these guys have not seen live pitching in a couple weeks, and as a hitter, it's crucial to see hitting for time or see pitching for timing, and it's tough to simulate that out off of a machine, even though the velo may be.
Harmon gets another chance here, 6-4-3, and Sam Middleton induces a ground ball double play. So that one right back to Harmon, and that's great for his confidence. After making the error, turns that double play. Over there at second base, Brody Tuthill with a nice turn, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Raleigh Salters from Dutch Fork High School.
How many times do you see that a guy makes an error and the next ball's hit right at him? Nice to see him move on to the next play. And
Yep, turning the page, not letting the past affect the future. It's a nice job right there from Harmon. Salter's been swinging and missing a bit today.
yeah, he's in football mode. He's been hitting people. Plays for a wonderful high school program, Dutch Fork. They're the bell cow in the state when it comes to high school football. And
Well, that was nasty right there. So excellent job right there from Sam Middleton, getting Raleigh Salters on the strikeout to end the game. But Team Red does win this one thanks to some strong pitching and some timely hitting. They win this one 5-1. So for Banks Faulkner, I am Trey Dyson. We will be back for game 2 in about an hour and a half, or actually probably about 30 minutes or so. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys are following Diamond Prospects on Twitter for all of the updates. We'll see you soon.
First pitch of the Northeast and Southeast game will be at 11 o'clock. Again, at 11 o'clock, first pitch for the Southeast versus Northeast game. Thank you. River Bluff High School, Walker Godwin. And here are our Charlie Hustle Award winners. Representing the Southwest team at Fort Dorchester High School, Banks Wickersham. And the Charlie Hustle Award winner